as an end user, it's revolutionary to to really understanding what's happening within the recipe. How about stuff like pickups on pickups on dishes and stuff? Like, are you able to measure, or are people often surprised, for example, with like, hey, 2 tablespoons of butter to sear, I'm not gonna say duck because obviously we're doing that cold pan on the skin first, but like filet mignon, right? We're gonna sear it.
Good job, man.
Hey, I'm doing my best, bro. Or we're gonna throw like we love to poêle and finish with butter and garlic and like a little bundle of herbs. Like, are people often surprised by how much that adds up on the recipe?
Yeah. Yes, for sure. I would say, in aggregate, if you just look in aggregate what the industry thinks their food cost, their theoretical food, like if you just, not like what their actual food is, but like theoretically what their food cost should be, but based on all their recipes versus what it really is, they're off by, let's just say 3-4 points on average of what they think, if they haven't done all the work, right? Because there's so much that goes into, if you use cabbage, you lose a lot when you take the core out of that cabbage and you shred it, right? And if you're salting that cabbage,
how much liquid comes out?
Ton.
Right? Yeah.
You're losing like half that cabbage.
Right.
Once you've like cleaned it, and that's what iceberg lettuce, any of these things, the amount that you lose, and then when you actually think about the recipe, to your point, right? If you're going to airze and you have, thyme and rosemary and butter and shallots and garlic, those things add up, and if you do it, for every single one of those, then that needs to be part of the of the cost. And by the way, it also needs to be. You need to know, they need to know how they're supposed to put that in the pan.